from Kayla Vinyls, and this is every nude nail polish that I own. If you're not quite sure what's happening here, go ahead and hit that link down in the description box where I explain why I have every nude nail polish out here on my desk and why I'm destashing my 800 bottle collection of nail polish. And no, that is not an exaggeration. I currently have 800 bottles of nail polish in my house. So I'm just going to jump right in. I have the Chuck It bucket here. This is for the stuff that's leaving the collection. And then here I have my box for things that I'm keeping. And my goal is to get rid of 2/3 of this. Although that might be hard because they are just all so very different. So I'm going to go in and pick the ones that I absolutely adore, that if something were to happen to them, I would have to run right out and replace them. Immediately, this one from Butter London. This is Tea and Toast. It didn't, like when I first got it, it didn't seem like a color that I would really gravitate towards, but the more I wore it, the more I really just liked it. It's kind of like this warm tan. It kind of reminds me of like really soft suede, even though it's not textured, it's just a plain cream polish. So definitely keeping that. Here is another one I'm going to keep. Two of them actually. These are both from Beyond the Nail, and they're both, you know, holographic gold. One is the cool tone, one is the warm tone. The cool tone is called Holy Grail, the warm tone is called Champagne. They're great. If you've never tried the hollow polishes from Beyond the Nail, definitely check them out. They're great. Here's another one from Butter London that I'm going to keep. This is Cuppa. It's a lighter tan. It's almost cream, but it's just a little more yellow than that, and I really like it. It's flattering on me, so I'm going to keep that. I am a sucker for Butter London nudes. I have like 4 of them. Yeah, I have 4 of them right now, but at some point I did actually have like 6 or 7. But I did a destash last year and I got rid of about 100 bottles of polish. So at some point I did have a hell of a lot more nail polish. Another one I would immediately replace would be this one if it wasn't discontinued, and that's Goldeneye from Sally Hansen. This was my favorite glitter gold. I am getting down towards the end of the bottle. I have about a little under half left and it's starting to get goopy. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to put this in the holding pen. The holding pen is Nail Polish Limbo. It's where I'm putting the nail polish that I either haven't made up my mind about, I haven't tried it enough, I don't know if I like it, or it's on its way out and I just want to use it up and enjoy it and then I can get rid of it. So I'm going to put this in the holding pen because there's just not that much left of it. But I do need a glittery gold. So it comes down to wedding glitters from Sally Hansen Complete Salon Manicure and Golden Ticket from Sonia Kashuk. I think I'm going to keep Golden Ticket because it's a little more gold. But I'm not great with the formula on the Complete Salon Manicure. I find them to be kind of unpigmented and they're not really like durable. This is supposed to be like a complete manicure in a bottle, like base color and top, but it doesn't do any of them really well. So I'm gonna go and I'm keeping Golden Ticket. Okay, what else would I absolutely have to keep? Probably this one. This is a chrome. This is Good as Gold from Essie, and it's just a gold chrome polish. Looks good on everybody. I haven't met anybody yet who doesn't look good in this polish. I'm not super attached to really anything here. So, I mean, I'm expecting to keep more than I would like, just for variety. But, you know, there's none here that are irreplaceable. So hopefully that makes things easier and not harder. Let's start looking at some ones I can get rid of. This is Swanky Silk from China Glaze. About 5 or 6 years ago they did a collection where they launched these sort of duochromes, so I bought at least 2 of them. The other one was Deviantly Daring, which I still have. It's a blue. But this one, I don't know why I've held on to it for so long. It just doesn't look good on me. It's got this awkward green-purple shift, which I just don't like. Another one I can get rid of is this Scatter Hollow Gold called Angel Wings from China Glaze. It's just old. It's gone gooey. And I tried putting some thinner in it, but it didn't quite work. So I'm gonna get rid of it. I think I'm just gonna throw it away because I wouldn't feel right giving this to someone when its consistency is just so bad. One I do want to keep. This is Dress Me Up from China Glaze. This I think was part of the Hunger Games collection back in 2012. But it's a nice pinky, beigey, nudie color. It's just really simple. So I'm going to keep that, but because I'm keeping that, I'm going to get rid of some of the other similar colors. So this is Barefoot in Barcelona. And this is one I liked, but it's a little bit lighter than Dress Me Up. But I don't need it, so I'm going to give it away. But I know that my mom would really like this, so I'm going to give it to Mom. This is another one that I don't need to keep. This is like a pinker version of it. This is Petal Pusher from Sonia Kashuk. And, I mean, it's pretty, but I don't need it. But, you know, that's another one for Mom. Here's one from Cosmic Colors. I hate this brand. I'm getting rid of every polish from Cosmic Colors. If you don't know why, go check some of my earlier de-stash videos. I'll go into depth there about why this is terrible. Here's one. I haven't had this too long. This is, it's a copper one. Glow with the Flow from Sally Hansen Color Therapy. Apparently it's infused with argan oil. I just haven't tried it enough to make up my mind. So I'm going to put this in the holding pen until I've made up my mind. I'll try it a little bit and see if I want to keep it. Here's another one of those warm browns that's sort of like tea and toast but darker. So this is Ice Burgers and Fries, and I think I'm going to keep this just because I do love that. I don't know why. It's not like a massively flattering color on me. I just love it. But I am going to get rid of this one from Sonia Kashuk. This is Skin Deep, and it's great. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just between the two of them, I'd rather keep the OPI one. But I know someone who would love that. So next, I have Nudist by Sonia Kashuk, and I don't know anybody who's that color when they're nude unless they're dead. So this one's gonna go. It's kind of sheer. It's got this weird gray undertone. It's not cute. I got a whole crap ton of Sonia Kashuk and Pixie colors when Target Canada went under about 3 years ago. So I paid like 50 cents for most of these, so no guilt about getting rid of them, even though I've hardly used them. This is another one I'm going to go. It looks like dirt. This is called Tauped? Yeah. But yeah, it looks like dirt. I thought it would be cute. Maybe it would dry a little bit darker. It doesn't. It's just ugly. Here is 1000 Volts from the Revlon Spider-Man collection. I bought like 3 or 4 of these with this sort of cool duochrome. This one's not one I like. It's got this awkward green shift that really just doesn't look good on me. It gives me zombie fingers. Zombie fingers are when the color sort of clashes with your skin and it looks dead and, you know, just not cute. So it's going. This, the label has fallen off of, but I believe this was Hot for Chocolate from Revlon. It's just a chocolate brown. I have another chocolate brown that I like more. Yeah, Little Brown Dress. It's a little bit darker, but I like it a little bit more. The formula's not great on this, so I'm going to pass on this one. And then it's down to the 2 chocolate browns. Susie Loves Cowboys and Little Brown Dress. I'm going to keep Susie Love Cowboys. One, because it's just a little bit lighter and I like. It's from the Texas collection, and as I've touched on in some other videos, I have a sentimental attachment to the Texas collection. But this isn't going on display. This one's going to stay in the collection, and a Little Brown Dress can go on to someone else who will enjoy it. Okay. Ooh. My Vampire is Buff and Don't Pretzel My Buttons are 2 that you don't think I'd need to keep both of them, but I'm keeping both of them because these are, when I want like a nude nail, these are my 2 go-tos. This one's a little more pink, this one's a little more yellow, and it's also lighter. This dries a little bit darker than it shows in the bottle, but I love it. I love them to pieces. Tickle My Francie can go. It's kind of sheer and I don't love it. This is another one I don't love. This is Don't Sweater It. I remember like really wanting this is because I didn't have a taupe polish at the time that I enjoyed. But this is just too gray. I'm not digging it, so away it goes. Here's another one that's too like gray, weird. This is Dynamic from Formula X. I'm not even going to show you. It's not cute. This is another one that I really wanted to like. This is Non-Fat Soy Half Calf from Sephora by OPI. So, I mean, it's old. They stopped making that years ago. I just really wanted to love this color because it's like the perfect color for me for like mannequin hands, you know, when you want your skin and your nails to match. Maybe that's just me. But it's just so sheer that I could never build up opacity. Like I'd put on like 3 coats, 4 coats, and then I'd finally get to 4 coats. It's like, okay, this is ridiculous. I can't put on any more nail polish. So I just try and deal with it. But then it would bubble horribly. So I tried it again. I put on like 3 coats, letting it fully dry. I skipped that 4th coat, but I let it dry between coats and it still frickin' bubbled on me. So I'm gonna actually throw this away. And by throw, I'm gonna take it to the depot and properly dispose of it. Don't like hate on me by saying I can't throw it in the real garbage. But I can't in good conscience give this to someone knowing it's just so horrible and it's never going to look good on them. If it was just the color I didn't like or just the sheerness, I wouldn't throw it away. I would donate it. But because it does bubble, just to clarify, that's why I'm getting rid of it. Here's another one I'm not going to keep. This is Sugar Rush by Sonia Kashuk. It's just too sheer. I liked having a couple of sheer polishes around for the once in a blue moon I want a French manicure, but this is not the one I reach for. Bubble Bath. This is another one that I kept around because it won't even open. I've got to loosen it. I'm going to put some like acetone down there. But it's just too yellow for me, but I know my mom really loves this color, so I'm going to give it to her. This is the one I go to when I want a French. This is in the Spotlight Pink, and it is just a light pink, which is a little more flattering for my skin tone than the more peachy or beigey nudes. Here's one that I did really like for a while. This is Basil Street from Nails Inc. But it's sort of that semi-sheer, and I don't want that. I just don't have time for that anymore. Here's Barefoot in Barcelona. I bought this a couple years ago. I remember getting a little frustrated with it because I found that it was sheer, but I think I just didn't give it enough of a shot. So I'm going to put this in the holding pen, use it a few more times, and then decide if I'm going to keep it. Who's this? This is Porchester Square from Nails Inc. And this one I'm going to keep. It's kind of that grayish, but it's got enough pink in it that it doesn't make me look like I have zombie fingers. But this is one that's going to go from Pixie. This is Mink Gray. And, I mean, I get what they're going for. It does kind of look like mink. It just doesn't look good on me. Foie Gras. This was another one from the Hunger Games collection. I'm going to pass on it because I have other colors that'll give me a similar look that look better. Same with this one. This is Prince Charming from Orly. I do love Orly polishes. You know, by and large, their formula is great, and I absolutely love their bottle design. This is the old bottle, so it's got the old logo, but it's more or less the same. You still have that really awesome rubberized grip, but pass that on. Warm Me Up. I don't think I've ever worn this. It's just like a dark gray, but it's got a green undertone that I'm not digging, so I'm gonna give that away. You Don't Know Jacques. I wore this or bought this for a job interview, and then I ended up hating it. I thought it was too dark and they wouldn't go for it, so I didn't wear it to the interview. But I never wore it again, so I'm gonna put this in the holding pen and make up my mind about it. I'm gonna get rid. I actually have 2 of this. I don't know how it happened, but these are both Nirvana from Sinful Colors. I think I bought one on vacation, and then when Sinful Colors came to Canada, yeah, this one I bought in Canada, this one I bought in Florida. When Sinful Colors came to Canada, I was like so excited. I went and bought like 7 or 8 bottles, and I accidentally got this double. So I'm gonna donate both of them because I don't need to keep them. I have other colors. Who is this? A Taupe the Space Needle. Yeah, it's got that sort of khaki color that I'm not digging. Ooh. German Street. It's got that pinky tone I love. And right now the only pinky tone I've kept is that one, and this one is a little bit darker, so I'm going to keep it. Okay. Okay. Making progress. Yay. Okay, here is one from Butter London. This is Tramp Stamp. It's a sort of reddish brown. I think it's supposed to... No, I'm going to pass that on. That's just not a super flattering shade for me. So I'll pass it on to someone else. In this one, this is Trifle. It's kind of like that last color, but it's got this really awesome gold shift. So this looks awesome in the fall. So I'm going to hold on to it. We'll see if it survives the next... We'll see if it survives the next purge in a couple of months. But there's that. Okay, what's left? Okay, here is Unplugged. I remember searching high and low for a chocolate brown nail polish, and I could not find one. This was the closest I could get. It has a gold shimmer to it, but I was like, okay, fine. It's so old that you can tell by how old my nail polish are is whether or not they still have the logo on them, because I used to store my nail polish in like shoe boxes, and I would bring them back and forth between home and school back when I was doing my post-grad. So the ones that have been bashing around, all the labels have been knocked off. But this is like the better part of 10 years. And I haven't worn it in a really, really long time. So I'm going to get rid of it. I'm not going to donate it. I am going to take it to the depot and get rid of it. Just because it is so old, I don't really feel right giving that to somebody else. Okay. Here's what I'm going to get rid of. This is Daisy Days. It's like a cream color. And I kept something similar in my white polishes, so I don't need that. This is one I like. This is Yosoi from Wet n Wild. It's just a nice light beige. It's a little bit translucent, so it is kind of, because of that, it's a little bit more flattering than another polish in this exact shade would be. But when I'm in the mood for something really neutral, I'll reach for that. Ooh. Here's a chrome I love. This is Penny Talk. I love the SE chromes. I think I have about 6 of them. I have like the gold one, 2 silver ones, the pink one, the blue one, and Penny Talk. What else? What else do I have? This one I can get rid of. This is Roland and Cashmere. I don't even know. I think this is from like the Mariah Carey collection a while ago, but it goes on streaky. It's like this pearlized finish, and it goes on streaky no matter what you do. This is another one I'm going to get rid of. This is See How Far You Go from Nicole by OPI. I don't really dig the color, and I don't really like Nicole by OPI, so here's one I haven't really tried. I Need Sourdough. It's got that shift, that sort of pinky shift that I like. But I just haven't tried it enough to really make up my mind. So I'll put it in the holding pen, and we'll check back on it in a couple months. Here's one from the Muppet collection. This is Warm and Fuzzy. Not gonna lie, never even worn it. But I'm not getting rid of it. If you want to know why, you can go back and check. I believe my red D-stash, I go into depth as to why I have a bit of a sentimental collection to the Muppet collection, and I'm actually keeping these to put on display, so it's not going in my collection, but I'm not getting rid of it. So I'm going to count that as a D-stash. Here's one I'm not keeping. This is Case Study. It's just sort of a camel color from Essie, and I don't need it. I have another camel color that I like. And this one from Zoya I'm getting rid of as well. It doesn't suit me. But this one I am keeping. This is Classic Camel from Nubar. And it really is just a classic camel, and it goes on completely opaque, which I like in this particular color. This is another one that's going. It's basically like a more yellow version of Roland and Cashmere. This is Essence from the Breaking Dawn collection. Hell, that's old. This is A Piece of Forever. So here's another. Okay, this is another one I'm going to pass on. This is Seared Bronze from the CoverGirl Glosstinis mini ones. I think this was from a Hunger Games collection they did for like the second movie. And I wore it once and then never wore it again. Here is a coppery chrome. I'm gonna get rid of that because I just don't like the chrome finishes from the Joe Fresh collection. They're not pigmented enough for me. This is one I got in a swap. This is Pliny the Elder by Linby Designs. You know, I haven't really worn it, so I can't form an opinion on it. So I'm going to put it in the holding pen. I'm going to try it, and we'll see. We'll check back in a few months and see if it's still here. Okay, here is Golden Sands by Sonia Kashik, and I'm going to get rid of this just because it's a color I don't wear, but it's still like brand new. I don't think I've ever even worn this, so it's going to go out. And then here's another one. This is Rose Gold from the Joe Fresh, and for the same reason, it's just not pigmented enough for me, so I'm going to pass it, especially when I have Penny Talk, which is so similar and really pigmented. So, let's count it up and see what I have left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so that's 18. That's not terrible considering this contains all my golds as well. I may go back through again in a few months and get rid of some more. But I mean, I have some similar shades here that I'm just not quite ready to let go of both of them because I do really like both of them. So this is Kappa and my Vampire is Buff. I don't really need both. I don't really need both Classic Camel and Yosoi. You know what? I'm going to get rid of Yosoi. So there, 17. That's better. Okay. So 17 nail polishes. Is it more than any one person needs? Absolutely. Is it more than I need? I think it's just the right amount. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my destash videos, please subscribe. And next time we will be tackling the mother lode, the glitter drawer. See you next time.